Buying a home is one of the biggest investments you'll ever make. So what if I told you that not asking these 10 questions could cost you a fortune? Whether you're a first-time home buyer thinking of moving to Des Moines, or if you're living in Des Moines already and looking for your next home, you have to know these 10 tips if you want to make a smart purchase. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of house hunting and miss critical details that can cost you big time later. Welcome to the channel. I'm Blake Alewelt, owner of the Bravo Ridge Group. In this video, we're diving into the 10 most critical questions you need to ask before buying a home. Stick around to the end because these tips could save you tens of thousands of dollars, and I'll share my #1 pro tip that most buyers overlook. Let's dive in. Number 1, what's my total budget? Before you fall in love with a home, you need to know exactly what you can afford. Many people focus solely on the sale price, but there's a lot more to your budget than that. Let's break it down. First, you have your monthly mortgage payment. This includes the principal and interest of your loan. One thing to keep in mind is that these can be bought down with points that you may not even have to pay for. Second, you'll have your property taxes. These vary by location, and in Des Moines, you'll typically pay 1.5% to 2% of the home's value per year. This is one of those costs that you'll never get away from. Then you have homeowner's insurance. This cost depends on the home's size, year it was built, and the location. I have access to a few brokers that can shop rates to save you some money on this one. Now, this next one, not many will tell you about, the maintenance costs. I usually recommend budgeting 1 to 3% of your home's value each year for maintenance and unexpected repairs. Imagine this, you buy a $300,000 home thinking your monthly payment will be $1,700. But after taxes, insurance, and maintenance, you're suddenly paying $2,400. This can stretch your budget too thin and lead to you stressing out. So what's the solution? Get pre-approved for a mortgage before you start house hunting. This not only helps you understand your price range, but also shows sellers that you're a serious buyer. Number 2, is the home in a flood zone or prone to natural disasters? Living in Iowa, flooding can be a concern in certain areas. Did you know that if your home is in a FEMA designated flood zone, you are required to carry flood insurance? This can cost another $500 to $2,000 per year, depending on the area. In case you didn't know, flood insurance isn't included in your standard homeowner's policy, so it's crucial to know if you'll need it. You can check FEMA's flood map service to determine if a certain property is at risk. Now, why does this matter? If you skip this step and find out later that you need flood insurance, it's another thing to ruin your budget. And remember, natural disasters like tornadoes or hailstorms may also require additional coverage. So talk to your insurance agent about what is covered and not covered in your policy. And if you need the number for a good agent, I can provide a few for these as well. Number 3, what's included in the sale? So picture this, you tour a home and fall in love with a sleek stainless steel refrigerator and modern washer and dryer, but on move-in day, you walk into an empty kitchen. In Iowa, fixtures like built-in cabinets and light fixtures typically stay with the home, but appliances and even certain decor elements might not. Always clarify with the seller what's included in the sale. If there's something you can't live without, like a backyard playset that's already there or specific appliances, make sure it's in writing in your purchase agreement. Number 4, are there any major renovations or unpermitted additions? This is one of the most overlooked yet most important questions to ask. Normally, renovations can add value to a home, but if they weren't done with the proper permits, they could cause major issues. For example, a finished basement might look beautiful, but if it wasn't permitted, you could face fines or difficulty reselling the home. Unpermitted work also increases the risk of safety hazards. Ask the seller for records of any renovations and verify them, or have your agent do it. Number 5, how old are the roof, appliances, and major systems of the house? The average lifespan of a roof is 20 to 30 years. If the home you're considering has a roof nearing the end of its life, replacing it could cost 10 grand or more. The same goes for major systems like HVAC, plumbing, and electrical. Ask the seller for the age and condition of these systems and request any warranties if replacements have been made. If the systems are outdated, consider negotiating a home warranty into the deal to cover future repairs. I always recommend America's Preferred Home Warranty. you want to make sure you choose a good warranty company, as repair contractors don't always work with all of them. Number 6, how long has the house been on the market? Now there is a trick to this one. The amount of days a home sits on market can be a tool for negotiation. If the home has been sitting, the seller may be more willing to negotiate on price or terms. However, a home with multiple price reductions might indicate underlying issues. If it's not me, work with your realtor to dig deeper into why the home hasn't sold and determine whether it's still worth pursuing. Now here's a trick you can only do if you have an agent. Sometimes a home can sit on the market so long, the sellers will use multiple agents. On Zillow, the days on market, usually right underneath the pictures of the home, will change and won't show accurate data. It resets every time the home comes off the market until it gets relisted by the next agent. We agents can see this behind the scenes on the MLS and negotiate better on your behalf. Number 7, how much do homes sell for in the neighborhood? Understanding the neighborhood's market trend is crucial. If homes in the area typically sell for $250,000, but the seller's asking for $300,000, you'll want to know why. Your realtor can provide a comparative market analysis, or what we call a CMA, to help you understand whether the asking price is fair. This information can also help you craft a competitive offer. At times, sellers may have been told by an agent an inflated number that they'll get for their home, but the market always wins. Number 8, are there any safety hazards or past insurance claims? Lead paint, radon, mold, and structural issues are just a few examples of potential hazards that can derail your dream home. Sellers are required to disclose known issues, but it's always a good idea to conduct a professional home inspection. If problems are discovered, you can negotiate repairs or credits, or walk away if the issues are too severe to make the home worth buying. If you need a good home inspector, feel free to reach out anytime. I can give you a few numbers for this one too. Number 9, what is the neighborhood like? You can change a home's paint color, the flooring, or even the layout, but you can't change its location. Spend time exploring the neighborhood. Visit at different times of day to observe traffic, noise, and activity. Speak with the neighbors to get a feel for what the community is like. And don't forget to research crime rates, school ratings, and see how close it is to things you enjoy doing. Number 10, how much will you pay in closing costs? Closing costs typically range from 2 to 5% of the home's purchase price. For a $300,000 home, that's another $6,000 to $15,000. These costs include loan origination fees, title insurance, appraisal fees, and a few more things. Your lender will provide the closing paperwork 3 days before closing, so review it carefully to ensure there are no surprises. Compare it to your original loan estimate the lender provided you when they quoted you in the first place. Buying a home is one of the biggest investments you'll ever make, and asking these 10 questions can make all the difference. If you're considering moving to Des Moines or buying a home in the area, I'd love to help you navigate the process and avoid these costly mistakes. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and if you have any specific questions at all, feel free to reach out. I'm always here to help. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.